Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition love and general reading. This is for the element of earth. So if you're Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of, what is it, February the 17th through the 19th, 2023. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list if you don't already have it. If you're wanting to reach me by phone, it's a separate process, so make sure you're registered at Paid Communications, request your callback, and if I don't get back to you that day, I'll get back to you within a 7-day time frame. Also, be sure to check me out on Patreon for monthly Venus sign readings and check me out on TikTok. All right, so we have the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. We've got the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so overall energies, I feel like you guys are focusing on yourself. I feel like you're also just like taking your time and not really in a rush to respond to people or to do certain things. You are coming off just very relaxed and at ease. Now, it also could be that you are patiently waiting for a response and you're like, well, in the meantime, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to do that. And then maybe by the time this happens, I'll get a response. Or vice versa. Someone is just patiently waiting for you. It does seem like maybe at some point there's going to be some sort of frustration. Maybe, people want to rush you and they're like, well, hurry up. Like, you're taking forever. You're taking all day. So, eventually people might start to rush you or you might start to rush someone. It also seems that more than one person may be competing for your attention. Could be an air sign and a fire sign. Also could be Scorpio. And you may be trying to decide like, oh, okay, well, it feels good, that two people are wanting my attention. Really, I kind of feel like you're oblivious to it. But, eventually it does seem like you'll get around to it. Like I said, it's not like you're in any rush. It also seems though that spirit could be trying to rush you to do something, or like something's indicating that you need to push yourself. It does seem like you need to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're not ready to, or whatever, but it does seem like there's going to be some sort of friction or irritation, something that's happening to get you to take some sort of action, especially if there's anything that you need to complete or do for work. Maybe you've been, being very laxed at work or not really being as serious about something, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got 2 hours left, let me hurry up and do this. And so it's like you're gonna have to like rush to do something. There could be some sort of uncomfortable situation at work, something awkward. Like maybe you are interested in two people and one, maybe you're trying to keep the peace. Maybe you don't want the other person to know that, you're feeling them, but you're feeling them too. Like something could be going on like that at work. It also could just be something going on around you at work. Like, arguments or just like little petty things going on at work, even if you're not necessarily involved. If you're in a relationship, there's the possibility of an argument, but it doesn't feel like an intensified argument. It just feels like a little argument, and whatever this issue is, it can be resolved. And I do get the energy of two people willing to work things through. So you and your partner may be finding some sort of solution. You're going back and forth and expressing yourself. Matter of fact, that also could be something that's hard to do, like expressing how you feel. And eventually I see two people coming together and getting to a point where they feel comfortable enough to let their guards down. If this is a new love or new attraction, it does seem like there's some sort of resistance. But then eventually you guys like stop fighting this feeling and you allow yourselves to come together and get to know each other. You've got soulmate energy around you. So I feel like someone is a soulmate, and you may not recognize it immediately, but then eventually you start to realize, like, I think this person's my soulmate, or I think I knew this person in another lifetime. Somebody has options though. Either you've got options or your person does. And even if your person does have options, you might be like, I'm not an option, you know, which is fine. It's just that they're still looking at you and also interested in someone else. So they're confused. I also get the energy of someone who is almost like under a spell. Either you feel like you're under someone's spell or vice versa. You're like, what is this person doing to me? Like, I can't even think straight when they're around. I see some eye rolling too, like in bed. So somebody might be that good that they cause you to like roll your eyes back, or you know, vice versa. Somebody is rolling their eyes back when it happens. Now you also may need to pay attention to your dreams. You might receive a very confusing dream from spirit. You're like, what did that dream mean? It's like it doesn't quite make sense. Some of you are not thinking clearly. I feel like you're being driven by your emotions or your hormones. So you might need to hold back on any important decisions for now, because it's like your judgment is clouded. You might think you're really interested in someone, and I don't know, turns out maybe they're not that interesting, or they're just not who you thought they would be. You might have someone on a pedestal, or maybe you are being delusional about who someone is, or anything like that. Somebody might be a real distraction. If you're supposed to be in a committed relationship, it does seem like your loyalty could be tested. You might be put in a situation where it's like, man, I have an opportunity to actually do something or go there, cheat, but I can't do it. Like, you're confused. If it's not happening to you, it could be your partner that's in some sort of close encounters where they have the ability to do this. Career-wise, I feel like you're being pushed I feel like you're like needing to push yourself. If you've been wanting to pursue a dream, I feel like you got to do it. Like things might start happening to force you in that direction. It's like, okay, it's time for you to, start that business of yours. And, I feel like you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the pressure. And it does seem like you start trying to put something on paper. You're like, okay, let me write this down. I need a plan, or I need blah blah blah. And so I feel like you start putting plans on paper so that you can have some clarity or understanding about what you need to do. But it seems like you are really focused on something that you're passionate about. You also could be having a creative block. If you write music or if you write stories, you might find yourself having some sort of creative block. You might have to revisit the past to get where you need to be or to help you through a blockage. Something seems like you might be too close to a situation to make the right decision as well. Like you need to pull back or take it, like really step outside of yourself and ask yourself, what would you really do if this is happening? As like you really have to take yourself out of the situation to make a honest decision. Um, I'm seeing like emotional clutter though. Seems like something is also trying to get your attention, or it seems like something is disturbing your peace. Ooh, that make me think, y'all. I was dreaming about an owl last night. That's crazy. I need to look that up. Yeah, but it seems like something is trying to get your attention. It's like you're trying to meditate. You might literally be trying to meditate and then like all these thoughts come invading. Do some research about meditation though, because I remember hearing something similar. I know this isn't like, I'm paraphrasing, something about like meditation isn't about like clearing your thoughts. It's about allowing the thoughts to come through or something like that. So, but it's still, either way, it still seems like intrusive. Like you're trying to get answers. You're trying to be to yourself or you're trying to go within, but something keeps throwing you off. I'm also getting the energy of you trying to be independent or make your own decisions, but other people keep trying to influence you or tell you that you're wrong. You might say something on social media and then delete it. Something you're doing. Or maybe something is like a ghost account. You might be using some sort of ghost account to get somebody's attention and then delete it after you have something strange. I feel like somebody also may be having a hard time reading you. or you are having a hard time reading someone. It's like, especially if you're like intuitive and you usually read people's energies, it's almost like there's a disturbance or static. Seems like something's blocking you. You might feel lured, tempted, or seduced by an air sign, but you're trying to ignore it. You're like, I'm not going to pay attention to them, or I'm not going to think about them. It does seem like you're being mentally assaulted, and you're trying not to have those thoughts, but something does keep attacking you. Maybe you're trying to cut cords or trying to forget about somebody. You definitely could connect with someone from the past, especially if they're a fire sign. I'm getting something about being proud of your work. I don't know if you're like patting your own self on the back or if you're receiving some sort of recognition or appreciation. I feel like something is a work of art, and then you're just like standing back and admiring something that you've accomplished. Relationship wise, I see conflict being resolved. Yeah. I feel like people are finding a solution to any type of problems that were going on in a relationship. You're going to find a happy medium. It's also possible that you're interacting or connecting with a Scorpio. Could be work related, could be dealing with family, romance, but something may be significant about a Scorpio. Could be any water sign, really. Respond. Okay, I feel like somebody's going to respond or someone's going to share a secret with you or vice versa. It's kind of like if you go, I'll go. You go first. So someone may be challenging you to go first, and then you're like, okay, fine, I'll go first. And then you share something, and then they share something. You could also be playing like Truth or Dare. I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's people are bored at work, or just could be at a social gathering and just feeling bored. I feel like somebody might literally be playing Truth or Dare. Somebody doesn't want to talk about something. They're nervous or maybe feel like they're going to be judged. It also seems like after someone becomes vulnerable, they go back into their shell. I'm getting a name Pam for somebody. Or someone who has a stage name Peaches. I feel like you are trying to ignore temptation. What I'm also getting is that the minute you feel like moving on from one person, and you start interacting with someone new, someone from the past can sense that and they show up. And you might feel like, oh, what does that mean? It means you left that person for a reason. So probably focus on the new. Or this is reverse. Maybe you're the one like feeling like somebody is moving on from you. So you end up texting them. And maybe too, it's like at a subconscious level. You know, you just end up randomly texting this person. And it's just like, I don't even know why I'm texting them. You can feel them moving on. And you might need to ask yourself, do you really want to get back to this person? Why are you reaching out? Are you just reminiscing? You know, so I feel like you could, you know, become emotional. And that's why I was saying earlier that your judgment could be clouded by that. Yeah. Somebody's ex is going to throw them off or throw a curveball. But I still feel like after someone gets the attention that they want, then they disappear again. Especially if you used to give them a lot of attention, and then you took it away. They're gonna press you until something, or they're around you energetically. The minute you give that person attention, I feel like they dip off again. All right, so let's see what additional messages there are for Earth. All right, what additional messages are there for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? You have victory, blossoming abundance, man holding a coin, overall energy, community. All right, so I feel that you are going to overcome whatever obstacles, blockages, or frustrations that you're dealing with. You also may end up taking the high road in regards to, you know, any type of pettiness or arguments. I feel like you're going to end up taking the high road. I feel like some of you also could be going swimming. It could be an indoor pool. It could be that you live someplace warm. But I kind of feel like somebody's swimming, but it feels like a group or community pool. I feel like you're also feeling a sense of victory because you're going to connect with people who share the same views as you or the same values. I feel like you're going to be bonding with someone or several people on an emotional level. You're going to connect with people that you can trust. A relationship also could start off as a friendship or more so like platonic. And that is to establish some sort of trust. Someone also might share something with you to earn your trust. Like I said, it looks like taking turns. Like someone is like, okay, like I'll share this with you in hopes that you'll share this with me. And, you know, that's where it's that give and take of sharing secrets. I also see intuition being heightened, you having some sort of edge over other people because of your ability to use your intuition. Let's say, just kind of like if you've ever seen Queen's Gambit, and the girl, she was called an intuitive chess player. I feel like she had an edge over other people because even though certain people might know the ins and outs of chess, like the back of their hand, she not only knew that, but she also had some sort of unusual third eye, or that, you know, her third eye was activated, so that gave her an edge over her other competitors because her intuition. So in short, I feel like your intuition is giving you an edge over other competitors, and maybe that's in career, maybe that's in relationships, but I feel like you have an edge over others. Someone also may convince you to take a chance with them. And I feel like something's being confirmed. It's going to be confirmed that someone has feelings for you. Career-wise, you definitely could be doing something that you love or get invited to work for a particular company, something that you really hoped for. I feel like something is kind of like a wish fulfillment too. Yeah, so hopefully these messages help, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.